Here is why the universe is not eternal. Now, allow me to clarify a few things. One, what I mean by potency. When I say potency, I am talking about the potential of a thing. For example, a baby can grow up. Its potency is to be an adult. Or a weak man has the potency to be strong. Second is actuality. Actuality is the actualizing of the potency. For example, when a weak man becomes strong, he is now actualizing the potency to become strong. Next, you have cause and effect, just like you were taught when you were young. The cause is me touching the stove. The effect is me getting my hand burned. Next, I would like to clarify that everything is moved by another thing. Example, when I kick a football, that football is being moved by my foot. It is not moving itself. Even with things like the human body, it isn't moving itself. It is only being moved by a part of itself. And that part is being moved by external energy, which was consumed so you can move. Your movement does not belong to you because it derives from something else. Your movement belongs to whatever food you ate last to give your body the energy to move. Nothing gives motion or energy to itself. It always receives that motion or energy from another thing. You cannot make yourself move if not by the motion of another thing. Now, let me use an analogy to convey my point. Now, when I throw a stick, I am the cause for that stick's motion. That stick now becomes an effect. So, in actuality, the stick is an effect, but it also has the potency to become a cause. And here's how. If that stick hits another stick when it lands, that stick, which I first threw, is now a cause for the second stick's motion. Meaning that even though it took time for that stick to leave my hand and hit the other stick, because its potency was always cause, that makes the time from when the stick left my hand and hit the other stick, in actuality now becoming a cause, simultaneous in potency. However, every time one thing hits another thing, that thing is losing energy because of friction. A common example of this is the impossibility of a perpetual motion machine. If the universe were to go back infinitely, an infinite amount of energy would bleed out. You may object to this and say, what if the universe has infinite energy? That doesn't work for two reasons. Firstly is the first law of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be destroyed or created. It can only be transferred. Secondly is the second law of thermodynamics, which states that any energy transferred degrades in energy quality. So anytime that energy is transferred, it degrades in quality more each time. If the universe is infinite, then the matter within it must also be infinite, meaning that the energy would have been transferred an infinite amount of times, degrading infinitely. If you want to argue that an infinite universe would not have to have an infinite amount of matter, that still wouldn't work because a finite amount of matter cannot hold an infinite amount of energy. If you want to argue that energy doesn't have to be within matter, then that still doesn't work because there would be nothing for that energy to transfer into that non-physical thing.